Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am just like so embarrassed already. Today I'm going to be reading you guys something that I wrote back in junior high. I filled up these 3 notebooks with what I considered to be a book, and I considered this book to be a prom prediction novel of sorts. It's not like I really thought this was going to happen. I just used my best friends as main characters for this prom themed book that I wanted to write as a middle schooler. I'd never even been to a prom. I just kind of want to dive into it a little bit because I think it's gonna be quite embarrassing and somewhat entertaining. There's something about just embarrassing myself that I really like to do, and I've got this hard cider here just to like make me feel a little bit better about the whole situation. I don't believe I ever went back after the 3 proms that I went to read any of this. I was around 13, like obviously I had like my crushes and I had this idea of what this big extravagant dance called prom was gonna be, so yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of cringy dialogue and like romantic moments. So yeah, without further ado, my foot is already asleep because I'm sitting on my floor next to my dresser that I built, so it's literally like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. But yeah, I'm probably gonna be like shifting around a bit, so I'm really sorry if that's annoying. Why am I so nervous? I wrote this like 10 plus years ago. I'm a different person now. It's still embarrassing though. Like, we're gonna start with the prologue that apparently I crossed out. I was gonna like take it out of the final cut. Here's what it says. It's the time of year that all high schoolers have been waiting for. Prom night. It's exactly 10 days away, and I, Lily Montez, okay, so my name is Lily in this, but I'm pretty sure I kept all of my friends' names, yeah, the same. Anyways, it's exactly 10 days away, and I, Lily Montez, still have nothing prepared. I still need a dress, shoes, jewelry, accessories, a haircut, and a date. My question is, how am I going to do all of this in 10 days? So that's basically the premise of the story. We have 10 days until prom. I am a procrastinator, haven't done anything. This is like my friend's situation as well, so this is all of us getting ready for prom. Here we go. Chapter 1. May 2nd. 10 days until prom. I'm rounding up my friends, Liz, Kira, and Kate. None of them were prepared either, so this is going to be interesting. We decided the best place to go, was the mall. I drove my dad's Chevy Love white truck that only seated 3. We legit had that truck. I drove, Kira sat in the passenger seat with Elizabeth on her lap, and Kate sat in the middle. When we got there, we were laughing hysterically because, I have to be really careful because look, that's the first page. Because Elizabeth spilt her Frappuccino all over Kira's new baby fats. Oh my god, that totally aged me. Do you guys remember baby fat jeans? Like, sorry about that, Elizabeth said in between gasps for air. Kira was laughing so hard she couldn't reply. The search was on. Kira insisted we stop at Victoria's Secret, but Elizabeth wanted to go to Claire's. We came to an agreement that we'd split up and meet at the fountain in 1 hour. We got our credit cards ready and started the time. Wow, we timed ourselves? Well, I guess we had to like split up and then meet. I don't know why we didn't just go together. That's weird. Let's go, we all said as the clock ticked 5 seconds to 5 o'clock. It's very specific. Chapter 2. That was the shortest chapter ever. May 2nd, 10 days till prom. I can't leave without this, Kira said to herself while looking at bras and panties at Victoria's Secret. We are prom shopping, girly. She continued to buy stuff that nobody would be looking at during prom. Well, I guess she wouldn't be spending $1,000 on just prom stuff. Okay, I guess that's our budget, $1,000. Elizabeth was having way more luck for prom at Claire's. I'm having prom in 10 days and I need awesome diamond jewelry, she told the clerk as she was staring at his wrinkles. Rude. And how are you gonna get diamond jewelry at Claire's? You've come to the right place, he said in a flirty voice. She followed the clerk to the diamond section and then shooed him off so she could be alone. Oh, I'm good. I can look at the diamonds alone, sir. She bought a necklace for $100 and a bracelet for $75, earrings for $90. The clerk also gave her a ring for free. Wait. Oh, I put, the clerk also gave her a ring on the house, which would be a really weird thing for him to do, but then I just said for free. I like crossed it out. I thought you could only do that at restaurants, she asked him. Well, you're worth it, he replied and winked. That's so fucking creepy. She just smiled and walked away in disgust. An old fart was just hitting on me, she moaned to herself as she walked quickly out the door. These are the things that went through my mind as a middle schooler. Kate, on the other hand, was searching for shoes at Mervyn's. What the fuck is Mervyn's? I'm probably gonna get a black dress for figure. In that case, I'm getting black shoes. Kate wandered around looking at the heels, talking to herself. Okay, that is so not Kate. She would be like, if I'm wearing a black dress, I'm gonna do like a pop of color or like not just wear black. I could get platforms to make myself look taller, she said. Or I could get both, she exclaimed as she found the perfect 3-inch black heels. Oh, both like platform / heels? I don't know. $70. Not bad, she said to herself, not realizing the box boy had just walked around the corner. The box boy? Like the stock boy. Stock. Excuse me, do you need any help? He looked confused. What? Oh, no, sorry. I was just looking at these perfect prom shoes, she replied. Oh, you have prom coming up too? Yeah, 10 days. Oh, me too, he said. What school do you go to? Burns High. Burns is my, stepdad's last name. That's pretty cool. Do you have like a part-time job or something? Kate guessed. Yeah, Dad's idea, the guy said. That figures. Oh, the shoes. I only have an hour before I have to meet my friends. Can you ring these up for me? Kate remembered. Sure, over here. The box boy popped back into reality. Where was he? Was he like just staring into her beautiful big brown eyes? They walked over to the checkout counter and she paid for the shoes. She was just about to walk out when, hey, the box boy ran over to Kate. Yeah? She said. What's your name? Kate, she held out her hand. Cameron, he shook her hand. See you around at school tomorrow? Sure, she said as if answering a question. Okay, so Kate's special man's name is Cameron. I wasn't as lucky as Kate. I thought it would be a smart idea to buy my dress first and then get stuff that matches it. So I started at Hot Topic, not suitable for prom. Okay, I was gonna say that would be really strange. Why did I even look there? I stopped at Gottschalk's, nothing. No shit, it's not even a thing anymore. A Fashion Bug, nope. I obviously grew up in a small town that didn't really know a lot of stores because like a Fashion Bug, JCPenney, Fashion Bug, Gottschalk's, yeah, those were all literally just in my little shopping center. Those weren't even in malls, I don't think, except maybe JCPenney. Zip, nada, nothing. I was starting to get very frustrated. Then I went to Mervyn's. What the fuck is Mervyn's? Did I make that store up? Well, I was about to when I looked at the clock. Oh, because I was looking for so long at the other stores that I ran out of time. Okay. 4:58, I yelled and ran down to the escalator. I saw the fountain with Kate and Elizabeth standing by it. I made it. I'm not late, I said proudly of myself. Well, that's one. Kate looked annoyed. At first, I admit I was confused. Then I looked around and realized an obvious question. Where's Kira? I don't know. Why do you think we're still standing here? Kate practically screamed. Damn, Kate, calm down. Right after, Kira walked over with 3 shopping bags in her hands. We all dropped our jaws and didn't take a moment to pick them back up. That was me thinking I had like clever writing. Hey guys, sorry I'm a little late. I kind of lost track of time. At least I got most of my shopping done, Kira said. Jaws are still dropped, I put in parentheses. What's wrong with you guys? Close your mouths or I'm not going to show you what I got, Kira said louder. We picked our jaws up, in parentheses. Okay, I'm only showing you what I got at Victoria's Secret because I want everything else for prom to be a surprise, she said. Okay, we all said. I got, she said as she was going through her bags, a lime green bra with matching underwear, a lime green silk sleep dress, and a pair of lime green slippers. Wow, apparently Kira liked lime green. This page is completely detached. All I got is some jewelry, Elizabeth said. I got a pair of shoes, Kate said. They all looked at me. I didn't get anything. I tried to find a dress, but I had no luck. Well, we're almost down to 9 days. You've still got 216 hours, Kate said. How do you know that? Elizabeth asked. I actually pay attention in class, Kate said insultingly. Okay, yeah, because you would just know that kind of math on top of your head if you
paid attention in class.
Okay, you two stop arguing and let's go home, get ready for school tomorrow, and get ready for another shopping day, I said, hopefully to get their spirits back up. Yeah, listen to Lily, Kira said with spirit. Let's go, we all yelled, followed by giggles as we walked out of the mall. I could just see my little middle school self like seeing that scene. Let's just keep going. Chapter 3, May 3rd, 9 days until prom. Apparently my man's name is Brad. Hey Lily, Brad, the football team's quarterback, said as he walked by. Why would I make him the quarterback of the football team? Like, just because I think that's like cool? Yeah, that's exactly why I did it. Even though like that was so not my type in high school, but I didn't know that yet. Should I try to do like voices for everybody? Like when the guys talk, be like, hey Lily. Would that be more entertaining? Or, hey Lily, Brad, the football team's quarterback, said as he walked by. Am I just making this more embarrassing for myself? Yeah, probably. Hi, I replied dreamily. Did you guys see that? I turned around to my friends. Yeah, he was totally checking you out. Kate high-fived me. Seriously, you know, I do need a date to prom, I said in a loud whisper. Oh, you should totally go for it, Elizabeth exclaimed. If you insist, I batted my eyes and walked away. And that took a lot of convincing. Third period came and I had that class with Brad. He even sat next to me. Well, maybe because it was the last seat in the class, but still. Wow, shade to self. Why aren't you sitting next to your friends today? He asked. Well, Kate, which one is that? He interrupted. Oh, he's interested in my life. Good sign, good sign. Oh, she's kind of short, mid-length brown hair. She usually wears glitter or shimmer powder, I informed. Because he would know that. Oh, okay, go on, he directed. Kira's in the back of the class. She's the one with mid-length dark brown hair, good fashion, always talks about how much she loves her horse. She got moved away from me because we talk too much. And the energetic, ditzy, yet fun to be around blonde Elizabeth also got moved away from me for talking. Wow, you sure do know your friends, he said approvingly. That's a good thing, right? I asked, worried, yet not. Of course. I like a girl who likes to get to know people. I wasn't sure, but I thought I was blushing, so I pretended to be interested in what the teacher was saying. Speaking of getting to know people, do you want to go to a dance club after school? He was twiddling his thumbs. Sure. Oh, wait, I can't. I promised the girls I would prom shop with them for the rest of the week. Oh, well then, how about I just meet up with you at prom? If you don't already have a date. That's perfect. Thanks for understanding, I smiled. Oh, we can't hang out today, but we could just go to prom together. A while after that, the bell rang and I batted my eyes and walked away. Wow, that seems to be my move. Works every time, I said to myself. Resituate for chapter 4. Chapter 4, The Mall. May 3rd, 9 days until prom. I think we should do the same thing as last time, but we should make the time for meetup in 2 hours. I said in charge Works for me, but I think we should tell each other what we've already covered so we can figure out where we need to be, Kira pointed out. I replied, good idea, Kiki. Why don't you start? We kind of just did this in the last chapter. Okay, I got jewelry, shoes, a dress, so all I need is to get a haircut and a date. Wow, Kira, overachiever. Great, so how about you head over to the hair salon and maybe you'll meet a guy there, I suggested. I need to get my hair done too, so how about I just go with her, Kate said, twinkles in her eyes. Me too, Elizabeth added. Well, how about we all go? I had that I'm a genius look on my face. Let's go! We laughed and headed toward the salon. I couldn't think of anything better than let's go. When we got there, Kira was flirting with the cashier and we stood behind her making faces. Kira thought she was making him laugh, so she was proud of herself. We got to be in a row with a huge mirror in front of us so we could talk and see each other. So Elizabeth, what else do you need? Kate remembered. Oh, I need everything except jewelry and a haircut. You, Kate? I got shoes and I need everything else. Kate didn't tell them about meeting Cameron. Just keeping it a secret. It took you a whole hour just to buy a pair of shoes? Kira was suspicious. Well, okay, you got me. Okay, that was quick. I might have the last thing covered, Kate mumbled. What, a dress? Elizabeth was clueless. No, she replied. Jewelry? Kira guessed. A date, I exclaimed. Oh wait, yeah, she finished. OMG! Everyone except Kate screamed. You got a date? What's his name? Is he hot? Where'd you meet him? Stop, okay. His name is Cameron. He's pretty hot. He has a part-time job at the shoe store. Sweet, I said. I have to thank you for reminding me about Brad. Oh yeah, do tell, Kate said, probably trying to get the subject off of Cameron. Well, we sat together in science. We talked. We decided we wanted to get to know each other. So we decided that prom would be the perfect time. OMG again, we all screamed. So Kira and Elizabeth still need dates, I reminded. Not for long, Kira and Elizabeth giggled. Wow, this is very pure. You know what I mean? All of my chapters are in cute squiggly letters, just so you guys know, this is legit. Chapter 5, May 4th, 8 days until prom. It was Wednesday, the prom was next Thursday, and I still needed everything except a haircut. Speaking of haircuts, I got mine layered, got dark brown streaks in my already strawberry blonde hair. I got dark brown streaks right before prom. What the was I thinking? Kira got her hair relayered and also an improved side bang. Elizabeth just got it styled to about her mid-stomach, and Kate got hers lightly layered, but you could barely tell. So I'm the one who got color? Long story short, we looked awesome. I went through first and second period hoping Brad would find me a pleasant surprise. He came over to me and just stared at first. Then, as I was gonna say something, he said, I love your hair. It's perfect for prom. Sit down, Brad, Mr. H yelled. He immediately sat down. Then he smiled at me. I felt as light as air whenever he showed sign of affections towards me. I heard Kira and Elizabeth behind me say, ooh. Do I have to separate you two? Mr. H said to Brad and I. No, we'll shut up, Brad defended. Light as air. I really have a way with words. Later, the bell rang and I walked with Brad to lunch. I got a sub and he got a cheeseburger. We sat with the girls and they giggled the whole time. We walked and talked about each other while the other girls secretly spied on us. When the bell rang, he hugged me, then walked away. Once again, light as air. OMG! Again! My friends screamed when they ran up to me. Nice spying. I ensured that I saw them. Okay, we are 5 chapters in and nothing juicy has happened yet. I really hope I pick it up soon. So chapter 6, The Mall, May 4th, 8 days until prom. I'm going to find a dress, I said. I'm going to find jewelry, Kate stated. I'm going to find shoes, Elizabeth said. And I'm going to find a date, Kira said. Wow, she's gonna go just find a date in the mall? Why didn't you do that at school? I don't understand. Let's go! We split up once again. Okay, I'll start at Pacific Sunwear, Kira said, hoping to find a guy. Well, there were definitely guys, but none her age. Right when she turned around, she was on the ground the next second. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, a guy probably around 18 said. That's okay, it was an accident. She paused when she saw him. Dent. Hey, don't you go to my school? Kira, right? The stranger said. I see where this is going. Yeah, aren't you on the football team? Josh? Kira answered. Yep, sorry I knocked you down. Maybe I could make it up to you. Want to go grab a burger? Sure, but I only have... She paused to look at the time on her cell phone. 105 minutes left. What is with me in breaking down minutes? How long does it take you to eat a burger? He said playfully. Kira giggled and then smiled. They headed to the food court. When they got there, they ate their burgers and talked. So what brings you here today? Josh asked. I've been doing some prom shopping. Do you want to see the list? She was hopeful. Yeah, sure. Kira pulled out the list, and it read, dress, shoes, jewelry, accessories, haircut, a date. Everything is checked off except for a date. Nice. Oh. Nice. So you have everything except a date? He was looking at the list. That's right. Well, if you're interested, you could cross that off your list right now. Are you asking me to the Yeah, he boasted. Oh, okay. Then it's the date. She crossed off a date from her list. My shopping's all done! She excitedly ran to Josh and gave him a big hug. That was really easy for her too. Okay, switching over to Kate now. Kate was walking to Claire's but decided to stop at Kay instead. She was glad she did because who would be inside besides Cameron? Hey Cameron, Kate said loud enough for him to hear her. Kate, hi, he replied nervously. What are you doing here? She asked. I'm buying my mom a Valentine's Day present. Valentine's Day was like months ago, she said, confused. Oh, I meant birthday, he said. Well, I wanted to ask you something. Me too, he said. Okay, you first, she replied. No, you, he said back. I'm not gonna say mine until you say yours. Fine, I'll say mine, he said playfully. Go on, Kate said proudly. I was just wondering, it's up to you, if you'd want to go to prom with me? He was nervous. Well, she said playfully back, but she saw he was really nervous, so she came right out and said, yeah! Thank God, he said. You had to be worried there. So what did you want to ask me? He wondered. You beat me to it, she giggled. She remembered she had to buy some jewelry. Wow, this is riveting. I have to find some jewelry for the prom. Do you want to stick around and tell me what looks best? I would, he said. But I've already seen one thing that you're gonna wear, and I want you to be a surprise, he flirted back. What do you mean you've already seen something I'm gonna be wearing? She asked, confused again. Well, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a bracelet. How romantic. He clasped it around her wrist. Thank you so much, Cam. She hugged him and left. Wow, she's just like, oh, thanks, bye. She shopped for a necklace that would match her bracelet. Over to Elizabeth. She found a miniature shoes right here and didn't hesitate going in. Shoes right here? In a mall? That's like a local shoe store, I'm pretty sure. Probably get a gold dress. So I'll get gold shoes too, she thought out loud. What is with me and like, I got a gold dress, so I have to get gold shoes. I got a black dress, so I have to get black shoes. Did I think everything had to match in middle school? Actually, yeah, I did. She searched for about 30 minutes and couldn't find anything. All she found was really cute yellow high heel flip-flops. This'll have to work, she considered. What? She got high-heeled yellow flip-flops to go with a gold dress? The fuck? I still have an hour and 30 minutes left. That's enough to find a dress. So she headed over to Mervyn's. While she was there, guess who she ran into? Lily Montez! What are you doing here? I thought you were shoe shopping, I said, surprised. It doesn't take me 2 hours just for a pair of shoes, so I'm dress shopping now. Okay, well I guess we can help each other, I said. Not so fast, big girl. We can't see each other's dresses, remember? I'll head over to Fashion Bug. I didn't look there very hard, I told Elizabeth. See you at 7, she called after me. So that's exactly what I did. Luckily there was a new shipping since yesterday. I headed straight to the dress aisle. Once I arrived I saw an adorable pink dress, but it was a size too small and there weren't any more until 2 weeks from then. This is ruthless, I yelled to myself. Do you need any help, ma'am? A box boy came up to me. If you know where any cute prom dresses are, then yeah, I said to him without looking up. I can let you into the back room. We got a new shipping of new stuff. I mean, there might be something for you. That would be awesome, Ryan, I said. You know my name? He looked worried, but hopeful. I mean, yeah, I read your name tag, I teased. Oh, right, he looked embarrassed. So, let's go, I encouraged. He turned around and started walking toward the back. We got to the door that read, employees only. Are we gonna get in trouble for being in here? I asked, reading the sign. I won't. I'm an employee. I'm just kidding, I can escort you in. My foot is asleep. He led me to a big box labeled occasions. Something might be in here, he guessed. Well, of course there's something in there. They wouldn't ship an empty box. I was being sarcastic. He rolled his eyes and opened it. Inside was the most beautiful, awesome, sparkly dress I've ever seen. There's just like this amazing dress in this hidden box. I snatched it out of the box and held it to my chest. Ryan nodded his head and smiled. Then I jumped for joy. All right, chapter 7. May 5th, 7 days until prom. School. 3rd period. Let's see everyone's lists, I demanded, but not in the bossy kind of way. Kira, your list is complete. We were all surprised. Yep, met a guy from a football team named Josh. We already knew each other's names too. Kira beamed. Sweet. How about you, Liz? I asked. Oh, here we are. She took out her list. I still need a dress and a date. Hey, it's okay if you're the only one without a date. You only have 7 days left. If you Okay, just read your list, Kate. Elizabeth cut her off. Fine. Attitude, Kate mumbled. She took out her list and then said, all I need is a dress. Last but not least, Lily's list. All right, I pretended to hesitate. I still need shoes and jewelry. I think we'll be able to finish our shopping in the next 2 days, Kate said. I agree, Elizabeth agreed. Kira and I also agreed. Quiet, quiet! Mr. H definitely got our attention. Thank you. Now, as you all are probably aware, prom is in 7 days. The room broke into a chatter. Quiet! The class snapped their heads towards Mr. H. In conclusion, today's lesson is slow dancing. science class and we're learning how to slow dance? The room was filled with loud whispers and Mr. H didn't stop them this time. He walked out of the room and came back in with a Hispanic woman. This is Mrs. Anais. She will be your teacher this afternoon. I'm gonna go lounge around in the teacher's lounge, Mr. H said as he walked out the door. All right. Hola, you kids. I will teach you to dance today. I put like ellipses between a lot of the words, so I guess that means she's like thinking about what she's saying. Anais was obviously still learning the English language. I have a list of 2 people together, she said excitedly. She passed out copies of the pairs and the results were Elizabeth and Cameron, Kira and Ryan, Kate and John, Lily and Brad, Gabriella and Josh, and the rest of the class. These were totally random and the computer chose the results, Mrs. Anais informed. Most of the class moaned except for Brad and I. Find your partners and get comfortable with them, she finished. We all met up, talked, and then started the lesson. Miss Anais helped us get positioned, and before we knew it, we were all slow dancing to Bye Bye by Mariah Carey. Did you know Elizabeth is free for prom? Kira told Ryan. Really? He replied interested. Yeah, she's single and desperate, Kira added. What about you? That made her stumble and mess up. No, I'm not available. I'm going with Josh, she answered quickly. Oh, well then let's just enjoy this moment. Ryan was embarrassed. Okay, was all Kira said. Kate kept glaring at Elizabeth, who was dancing with Cameron, so Elizabeth just kept trying to avoid her glare. So, I hear you're going to prom with Kate, Elizabeth tried to lighten the mood. She's really into you. Good, because I'm into her too, he looked at Kate and she smiled. That's great. Do you know any cute, dateless, desperate guys for prom? Elizabeth winged it. Guess she is desperate. Well, there is. Okay, time to switch partners. You may pick your own partners, but only new ones. We picked Elizabeth and Ryan, Kira and Josh, Kate and Cameron, Lily and John, Gabriella and Brad, plus the rest of the class. Kira and Kate cheerfully ran over to their prom dates. Everyone else sulked over to theirs. The music started and almost everyone kept to themselves. I, on the other hand, wanted Elizabeth to have a date, so I used girl talk to see if he was interested. So, do you remember in 7th grade when you asked Elizabeth to be your Valentine? Yeah, and she said no, he replied. Not exactly where I wanted to go with this. Oh, yeah, well that was only because someone already asked her, I stuttered. Really? I always thought it was because she didn't like me. I was gonna ask her to the He stopped. To the what? Nothing. He put his head down. To the prom? I acted like I didn't know. But I'm not a very good actress. Okay, yeah, the prom. But you can't say anything because she probably already has a date. What if I told you she didn't? I cleverly replied. Then dancing with you right now would be even more awkward. True. Although I don't think this could be any more awkward. Don't say anything to her still. I want to ask her by surprise. Oh, and try to make sure she doesn't get a date with anyone else before John finished. Gotcha, I said, then we danced in peace and quiet. Elizabeth, on the other hand, isn't good at staying quiet, so she said, who are you going to prom with? Gabriella. She asked me yesterday, Ryan answered, but he was hitting on Kira just a second ago, so scandalous. What about you? He asked. Me what? Who are you going to prom with? Actually, I don't have a date yet, Liz said shyly. I'm sure you'll get a date. You're a cool chick, Ryan complimented. Thanks, she blushed. Gabriella was dancing with my prom date, so I had to eavesdrop to hear what they were saying. So, Ryan told me you were going to prom with Lily. That's cool. She's really nice, Gabriella blabbed. Blabbed. I guess I didn't like Gabriella very much. Yeah, and she's hot, he said. Didn't need to know you thought that, she informed. Sorry, but it's true. TMI, she practically shouted. Oh my god. What's TMI? Brad said confused. Too much info, she giggled. I couldn't really hear what they were saying, so when she giggled, I just assumed they were flirting. Are you okay? John asked me as I was glaring at Gabriella. Sure, I'm just fine, I said sarcastically, not taking my glaring eyes off of Gabriella. I got issues, apparently. As I thought I wasn't going to be able to take it anymore, the bell rang. Brad came over to me wearing a fake smile. When Gabriella left the room, his smile faded. That girl is so annoying, he sighed. I smiled. Shall we walk to lunch? We linked arms, and that's when I figured out he really did like me. He wasn't interested in anyone else. If he was, he sure didn't show it. So we walked to lunch. The best couple in school. We're gonna get through at least 10 chapters today, and hopefully this video isn't 10 years long. We'll just go until my hard cider is gone. Maybe a little bit after, while I'm still feeling good. Chapter 8, May 5th, 7 days until prom, last shopping day. I'm pretty sure we can get all of our shopping done today, Kate said. Sounds good. Elizabeth, don't get distracted. Go get a dress. Got it. She sounded sad. Oh, got it. She sounded sad. Hold up, I said before Elizabeth walked off. What's up? The ceiling? She obviously didn't want to honestly answer my question. Seriously, what's wrong? Well, I've just been thinking maybe I won't get a date for the prom and all of you guys do, which leaves me alone, and she rambled on and on. Don't be negative. Then again, don't try to find a date here. We probably already took all the cute ones. I remembered what John had said. What? You sound suspicious to me. She lifted one of her eyebrows. No, it's just, I couldn't think of an excuse. I hated lying to my friends. The only thing I can think of is you don't actually want me to get a date. Liz looked offended. No, never. It's just, save it. I have to go find a date. Liz stomped off. Elizabeth, I screamed after her. What is all this about? Kate asked. It's John. He told me to try to make sure Liz doesn't get a date, because he wants to ask her. We walked for a few seconds, then I heard behind me, what did you say? John said that? Astonished, I replied, yeah, but he didn't want me to tell you. He wanted it to be a surprise. So much for that idea. You still have to act surprised. I was relieved. Actually, that's going to be kind of hard after I already checked a date off of my checklist. She looks guilty. What the hell? She went and got a date in like 2 seconds? You mean he already asked you? I had more relief. Someone asked me. She looked over her shoulder and waved someone over. His name was Zach, the star goalie in soccer. She legit walked away, found a date, overheard me talking to Kate, came back over. That does not add up. Ashley, you need to rewrite that part. Hello, ladies, he charmed. Bye-bye relief, I said under my breath. I left to Claire's. Unfortunately, Elizabeth didn't warn me about the old guy that flirted with any girl that walked in. Hello, beautiful young miss. What can I do for you? Ew. I moaned and walked to the diamonds, ignoring the man. I saw an awesome necklace, but it came down too far around my neck. So I was about to go look for earrings. I saw a beaded diamond necklace with a heart at the end. That kind of is like the actual prom necklace that I got from Corey. It has a little heart on it. Cute. Perfect, I half whispered. Next, I scavenged for earrings. I didn't have to look far, though, because right next to the heart necklace was matching earrings. Perfect again! I stepped up to the creepy old guy at the counter and ordered the set. Well, I guess purchased is a better word than ordered, but anything for you, darling. He flirted yet again. I looked at his wrinkles in disgust. He handed me the bag of which held the products of my desire. Wow. Kate was searching for a dress at Macy's. I got black shoes that will match pretty much anything. So Kate was looking at all the dresses. I could be here a while, she said to herself. Are you in need of assistance? A low voice asked. No thanks, I believe I can. She turned in mid-sentence to see Cameron standing right in front of her. They both started laughing. You weirdo, she said and slapped his forearm. He's like a stalker. Proud of it, he replied. She rolled her eyes and then a question popped into her head. What are you doing here? I saw you walk in, so I followed. Okay, at least she's upfront about being a stalker. You've been promoted from a weirdo to a freak. She tapped his shoulder. Thanks, he said sarcastically. So what are you doing here? Something you can't be here for, Kate stated. Why? Are you cheating on me? He teased. Whoa, big boy. 1, prom-related reasons is why you can't be here. 2, I wouldn't cheat on you even if we were going out. We're not going out? He asked, puzzled. Are we? She asked back. If not, I've been lying to my friends, he muttered. Well then, she couldn't think of anything to say. Good thing she didn't have to because Cameron said, will you go out with me? You know, just in case we weren't already going out, he stumbled out the words. Yeah, you know, just in case. An awkward silence fell over them. Well, you said for a prom-related reasons I couldn't be here, so I'll just go. Sure, good idea. He was about to walk off when Kate stopped him for a second by saying, Cam, remember, I wouldn't cheat on you. She smiled and he returned one too. Okay, Kate, cute dress mode on. Now. About a minute after she said that, she had 5 dresses in her arms. I need a dressing room. She was wandering around Macy's. She found one and took room number 3. Number 1, yellow, Kate announced to herself. Ew, she said she tried it on and then quickly took it off. Number 2, blue. She tried it on. Maybe, she set it aside. 3, lime green. What is with lime green? Once again, on and then off. Number 4 was pink. She tried this one and thought, I love it. She put this one aside. Number 5, purple. That's it. Number 4 is the winner. Bye-bye, purple. She tossed the purple dress in the reject pile. She picked up the pink dress and walked to the checkout line, leaving the other ones in the room. Back to me, Lily. So I was off to Target. I ran into Elizabeth and Zach, but they didn't know. They were hanging in the food court, but I only saw them because I was passing it. I just naturally sat close and out of sight. I brought you here so we could get to know each other more, Elizabeth flirted. I brought you here so we could get to know each other more, I mocked in a squeaky voice. I'm glad, he said and started to lean in towards her, with his lips involved. Oh no, I had to do something and I had to do it now. Liz, I yelled cheerfully and came out of hiding. Hey, how are you guys doing? I glanced the evil eye at Zach. He gave me an innocent look. What are you doing here? She said sternly. Well, we're in the food court, silly. I must be here to eat, I answered. Does anyone know what time it is? Zach looked worried. 4:30, I answered. Oh, sorry, babe. I gotta go. He slid on his jacket, winked at Liz, and then left. Babe? I questioned. Yeah, babe. He said that if we're going to prom together, then that practically means we're going out, so he's gonna treat me like his girlfriend. She said sympathetically? Sympathetically was not the right word to use there, Ashley, just so you know. I was speechless! My cell phone ringing broke another awkward silence, though. Not taking my glaring eyes off of Elizabeth, I answered it. Hello? Hey, it's Brad. We need to talk. Alright, shoot. Shoot? Yeah, it means talk, you know? Oh, he didn't seem too amused. Are you okay? Actually, not really. Oh, fuck. Am I about to get dumped? What happened? I started to get worried. Nothing yet. I want this to be as least painful as possible. I can't go to prom with you. What? Why? I panicked. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I'd rather go with someone else. Sarah. I hung up. What happened? Elizabeth was afraid to ask. Before I could answer, I bursted into sobs and tears. It's okay, she was saying before she even knew what was going on. I thought. Before I could finish, my sobs were heavier, along with my tears. It's brutal. Chapter 9. May 6th. 6 days until prom. My life is officially over. No prom date. In fact, mine just dumped me. It's even worse. This dreadful school day was fine up until third period. Of course, Mr. H sat me in between Brad and John. Hi, John. I purposefully ignored Brad. Mrs. Anais is here another day, so be on your best behavior. Mr. H left the room. Hola, students! She came in joyfully. Yesterday, you slow dance. Today, we studied conversation. The class moaned. It's okay. We'll make this fun, somehow. I know, if you're all good and you seem like you know what you're doing, you can leave early for supper. You mean lunch? Elizabeth pointed out. Sure, whatever. While she gabbed on about conversation, I had my own kind of conversation. So, John, have you talked to Liz yet? I asked, even though I didn't want to know the answer. No, I'm gonna do it after the bell rings. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but someone already asked Liz to prom. Are you serious? Man, I knew I should have asked her when I saw her after school. Guess I just choked, though. Really? On what? What? What did you choke on? It's an expression that means I held back because of nervousness. Oh, I knew that. I was trying to cheer you up, I lied. I'm gonna be like the only guy without a date during prom. Well, you may be the only guy at prom without a date, but I'll probably be the only girl without one. Huh? I thought you were going with... He stole a glance at Brad. Yeah, well, some things just don't work out. By the look on John's face, I knew he was listening. Finally, the bell rang, and I hastily went to see my friends. They gave me the how'd it go look. I rolled my eyes in the no big deal kind of way. At lunch, we all sat with our prom dates. Well, most of us. And just to make Elizabeth feel bad, I invited John. So, John, I started taking glances at Elizabeth. Who did you say you were going to go to prom with? Actually, I believe I already told you. Who was it? I forgot. Was it Angel? No. Vanessa? Carrie? No. Then who? That's when John kind of lost it. Are you just doing this to embarrass me in front of your friends? I already told you, I'm not going with anyone. And now, thanks to you, I don't know if I'm going to go at all. John stomped off, and then a few seconds later, came right back and said, I forgot my milk. Lily, why do you have to be so mean? Liz bursted. Well, excuse me for trying to get a point across to you. If you didn't understand it the first time, John's only interested in coming around because of you. He's a really nice guy, and if you don't go to prom with him, then I would have stopped and thought usually before saying this, but I didn't. So I finished with, I will. You wouldn't. Liz stepped forward, probably forgetting that Zach was right next to her. Watch me, I replied in rage. If I didn't ask him, then he wouldn't go to prom. If I did, Liz would be mad at me. Soon I'd find out I wouldn't have to do either. Chapter 10, May 6th, 6 days until prom. We are back at the mall. After what had happened earlier today, I hate fighting with my friends. I didn't want to do anything. I guess it's not what I want these days. I need shoes, so it's shoes I'm gonna get. Excuse me, I politely asked a girl walking by. Yeah, she turned around. Liz? I rudely stepped forward. Lily? We were now face to face. What are you doing here? I took a step back. Wow, so much for being like friends. We're bitchy. I could ask you the same thing, she replied. I'm shoe shopping for prom. You? Dress shopping for prom. Well then, I won't be seeing you around. Fine, I walked off. I'm really salty that she didn't go to prom with John. When I came to an elevator, I pushed the floor 3 button. Right when the doors opened, I saw Target. I walked in and power walked to the back of the store. When I saw the shoe section, I ran over to the high heels. It was as if someone deliberately put something in my way, but that was not the case. In fact, someone had just walked around the corner. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Oh, that was the guy. Oh my gosh, are you okay? That was totally my fault. I stumbled to get up. John? Hey, seriously, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. So what's the rush? As you know, prom's in 6 days, and I have everything except for shoes. I thought you didn't have a date. I don't. I hesitated. But you don't have to have a date to go. Only if you want to look like a total loser, he teased. Hey, in my own defense, it's impossible for me to look like a total loser. Well, in my own defense, and yours, I wouldn't look like a total loser standing next to you at prom. I would love to go to prom with you, but I wasn't asking, he said slowly. I felt like crying or dying of embarrassment. Just kidding, he said. He laughed. I laughed too, even though I didn't find it very funny. I've got to go find shoes, I said. I'm gonna go rent a tux, he smiled. After about an hour, I picked out sparkly heels that would perfectly match my dress. This was one of the weirdest days of my life, and it keeps getting weirder. Over to Elizabeth. Elizabeth walked into Gottschalk's and went to the front counter. I'm kind of in a rush, so can you point me in the direction of dresses? Elizabeth, well, rushed. Liz left Gottschalk's and went to Macy's. Well, she was about to, but she saw a costume shop on the way. It was bigger than she expected. Welcome to Kitty's costume shop. What kind of category are you looking for? A lady smiling instantly came up to her and asked. I actually just wanted to look around, but you could show me the dresses. Liz spent a while looking at all the different kinds of dresses. This aisle is any prom girl's dream. A costume shop. About 20 minutes later, Liz had tried on about 10 dresses, but none felt right. She looked at her watch. 20 minutes until closing? She'd always been clumsy, but it finally paid off. She tripped over material and fell on her front side. What the? She picked up the material. It was sparkly, long, yellow, and it happened to be a dress. She literally ran into the dressing room, whipped on the dress, stared in awe, then whipped back off. Once at the front counter, she said, "Hurry, the store closes in 13 minutes and I need this dress." Actually, she scanned the dress. It's closing 5 minutes. Liz panicked. It's okay, they make sure no one's in the... Liz took off after grabbing her bag. She ran to the turned off escalators and rode the rails down. When she got to the front doors, she busted through. She got in her mom's Mercedes-Benz and drove off. She then remembered something. It was Friday, and she got to sleep in tomorrow morning. Best feeling. Okay, so the start of chapter 11 starts off by saying, yay, all the shopping is done. So I guess like the first 10 chapters were just focused on the prep for prom. There's a lot more that happens in this story. I know that I tried to like do a lot of like twists and turns within the story just to try to make it somewhat entertaining like the books that I used to read. It's embarrassing, but it's also really funny to look back on. My cheeks hurt from like smiling so much and from all the talking, but if you guys honestly just hate this and like don't care at all about me doing any more of these, literally just let me know and I will take the feedback. Noted. I almost finished my hard cider. I guess I could just... Thank you so much for watching and for supporting just my weird random video ideas like this. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you guys are interested in, you know, the future videos in this series. If you guys like the story so far, I don't know. I don't know how to feel because I don't think it's that bad for a 13-year-old writing it, but is also like... It's pretty bad. If you are interested in seeing other things from my memory box, such as the songs that I've written in the past, my diaries, journals, old middle school handwritten notes that were like folded in weird ways. This is just the first thing I really wanted to delve into because I thought it would be kind of the most entertaining. But now that I've gotten into it, I'm like, wow, that wasn't nearly as juicy as I was hoping. But I'm pretty sure it gets better. So just stay tuned if you want. I don't really have anything else for this video for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I guess I will just see you really soon in my next video. Bye!